Welcome back, everyone. We are here tonight with the ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies. Joining me in hosting duties tonight, we've got Chase over here on the top left.
Hello,
Also,
everybody.
oh yeah, sorry. We're also joined tonight with Roller Coaster, the winner of the latest Texas VGC Wednesday tour. And we're going to be having 4 really awesome battles tonight. Super excited. So, in the very first battle, we're actually going to be having Justin Snores versus Adam. And then in our second battle, we are going to be having Amy Woke Flossie versus White Tigers. In our third battle, we'll have our very own Chase, or no, I'm sorry, we'll have Nibs versus Sir Wilson, and then in the final one, we'll have our commentator Chase here taking on Cherry, who I see Cherry Mancake over there in the chat. Super excited. As y'all remember, last stream was our affiliate celebration stream. Some of y'all were so awesome and came out, and then we have also been starting to stream the Wednesday night Texas VGC tournament. You got to see 2 games in Top Cut, or 2 sets in Top Cut from me, and then 1 set from Roller Coaster this last week. We have to convince Roller Coaster to continue to win it, so we have game 3 every week. Or perhaps Chase or Nibs wants to make a run this week.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so the other thing, tonight we're going to be having a mix of series. So we're going to have a couple that are going to be in Series 5 versus a couple that are in Series 6. So we're super excited to kind of, I think a lot of people got a lot of practice with Series 5 in this last week. Some did it very successfully. Some of us, myself included, got a little tilted, and I never want to play in an IC again. I don't know about anyone else.
I think people that did well never want to play in an IC again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, so we see Woke Flossy saying same in the chat, so. Yeah, so with that, we're going to go ahead and try and get everything all set up for our first game, unless Chase or Roller Coaster, you want to have any opening thoughts you want to throw out there?
No, I got nothing. I'm ready to see some battles.
Awesome.
I don't really have anything other than ICs are awful.
ICs are in fact awful, so it looks like we are going to go ahead and be right back once we get our video feed all set up. Thanks, y'all.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back. Well, actually, you're back. I'm here for the first time.
No, you were here at the beginning. That's still
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, let's look at these teams that we have here. I see a Cobalion beat-up team with Thievul and Indeedee, interestingly enough.
Interesting.
I believe this is very similar to what Woke Flossie was planning on using in the IC. I don't know if it's the exact same. I know she was planning on using Indeedee and Thievul. I do not remember the rest of the team. And then White Tigers here has Arcanine, Whimsicott, Gothitelle, Gyarados, Rillaboom, and Tyranitar, I believe.
Yes. So, first question. Do you think that's a Shadow Tag Gothitelle or a competitive Gothitelle?
I would guess Shadow Tag.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really see a lot of a need for Trick Room here.
Yeah.
And
it's probably like for the Tyranitar.
Yeah.
Just the Shadow Tag to where you can't get the Intimidates off.
Mm-hmm.
And
that
things
makes
like
sense.
that. Similar
really
to the old team and back in Series 2 that Andrew Ding won Collinsville Regionals with.
Yeah. Got it. The thing that like is always really annoying, or not even like annoying, you have to be careful with Gothitelle teams because if you mess up your lead, you're in a super bad position. Like, it's amazing. Like, I know that in this Dynamax format, pivoting isn't something a lot of players do, but when it's taken from you, it is very crippling.
Yeah, so I remember my first time ever playing against Gothitelle way back in like Series 1, and I was just your basic Grimmsnarl Arcanine player. Let me lead Grimmsnarl Arcanine every single game, and they let Gothitelle Milotic, and I was just like, you know what? I should have seen this coming, but they just hit foil like 17 times.
And then have to sit there and watch.
I was like, well, I can click Flamethrower, I can click Will-O-Wisp. I can put my screens up, but it's not going to do anything. And yeah, that's what happened. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to forfeit this game and go on to the next one after like 3 or 4 turns.
Not just sit there for 20 minutes as you watch the coil animations and alternating protects from Gothitelle.
Yeah, luckily it was on Showdown, so I didn't have to watch the full animations. But
okay.
Yeah, no, that was a rough time. Also, Nibs is saying Gmax snooze. I hope you remember I said Series 1, which sadly enough, I could not Gmax snooze with my Grimmsnarl back then because Gmax Grimmsnarl was illegal. But also, I didn't run an attacking move on my Grimmsnarl, so
Oh, were you like Thunderwave taunt screens?
No, I wasn't taunt because
that would have been helpful.
Yeah, that would have been great. I was like, I think I was Swagger.
Oh, that's right, because you had the Mudsdale team.
Yeah, I think I was like Swagger and Fake Tears or something like that. As the last two.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Adam, you don't have to apologize for running a standard team. Do what you enjoy. That's what I enjoy.
Oh yeah, this might be a hot take out there. I enjoy watching standard teams because I know what's going on when I am watching them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like watching fun stuff every now and then. So I enjoy seeing non-standard teams do well, like the Greedent and Oranguru that we saw a couple of weeks ago.
It's always cool to see Pokemon that you don't know anything about, like get a one-hit KO and you're like, oh, sick, why is no one using this?
Yeah. And sometimes you think that, other times you see a Pokemon you never know, like, for example, I faced a Cubfu in the IC this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder why nobody's using this. And then I clicked Airstream and it just died. And I was like, oh, now I know why nobody's using this.
The riddle has been solved.
So, but okay. I mean, what do you think that Woke Flossie's, since we're from her perspective first, her best outlook in this game is, at least strategy-wise?
Personally, whenever I see Gothitelle, I always lead with Dragapult. Dragapult's super strong, it has a positive matchup against Gothitelle, and it can switch out even if Gothitelle's on the field and it has something that's threatening it. So that's what I personally would do. I know that is definitely going to be an unburdened Thievul, because I don't know why else you would have it with an Indeedee. But, like, do you know what Thievul's signature ability is?
It doesn't have stakeout, right? That's the
it's stakeout.
It does?
Yeah,
okay,
it's super sick. It does more damage to something when it switches in.
Yeah, I think it's the second Pokemon to get that after Gumshoes and Yungoos got it.
Oh, they had that?
I think they had it. I could be incorrect on that.
I thought it was a signature ability, because it makes sense, because Thievul's a little thief.
I very well could be wrong, but I believe that stakeout was... Oh, also, apparently stakeout was locked before Isle of Armor. Maybe?
Really? It was?
I did not know that. I feel like I saw
Apparently you're right. Gumshoe's got it, Will says.
Okay. I thought I saw Pokémon using Thievul like the first week of Sword
It's beat up
Shield.
Arcanine. It's beat up Arcanine.
Oh wow, yeah, okay, maybe it is.
I'm betting it. It's oh no, it's not beat up Arcanine. I lied.
It's not beat up Arcanine. It's
Okay.
just a very passive lead here with potentially like a Tailwind Will-O-Wisp, hoping that the Togekiss doesn't follow me. Other than that, seeing the item, I don't think a Snarl would be the best play here.
Yeah, it could also potentially be something like Choice Band and like go for like a Wild Charge or something into the Togekiss. But more likely it's probably just like Tailwind, Snarl, something like that. Tailwind, Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, and here is your math question of the day. Does +2 Arcanine outspeed +1 Dragapult?
Yes. Yes?
I think it does.
Yes.
If it's hitting 157... Wait, no, if it's hitting 157, which is like what the 220 speed, speed boosting nature, then it hits, what, 314? And Dragapult's 213 times 1.5, so no?
Well, potentially we'll find out really soon. He's just gonna go for the Dynamax on Dragapult. Potentially just like an Airstream or something to try and get speed control back in their favor. Follow me, make sure that you don't take a Will-O-Wisp or get an eject button tricked onto you. There's a Tailwind onto Whimsicott. This Airstream is either going to kill or take it down to Sash. Yeah, there's the Will-O-Wisp from Arcanine.
And seems like a very good turn one for Will Flossy here. Being able to get some more speed control back from the Tailwind. And it was into the Arcanine.
Oh, actually onto the Arcanine. That's very interesting.
And that kind of did a lot of damage for not being Life Orb Dragapult.
Yeah. That is interesting.
I mean, I think we can just see an Air Slash and another Airstream here. And pick up the Arcanine unless it's some crazy roll.
I personally would still follow me just to be safe, because you never know, like they may try to catch you sleeping. Like I've done that a few times. I'll like Will-O-Wisp again just in case they're like, okay, they might not.
The other thing is it could be not max speed Dragapult. I didn't take that into account.
Yeah, it could have more bulk than speed, so it still might underspeed the Arcanine. Whimsicott going for Protect. I guess it just wants to stay on the field as long as possible. Togekiss goes for the Follow Me, just going to take another Will-O-Wisp in case that's a roll or in case the Arcanine is still faster. Arcanine is still faster, goes for a Heat Wave. Togekiss avoids. Could get a burn onto the Dragapult here still, but no.
Wow, other than in Trick Room, have you ever seen a Dragapult move, a +1 Dragapult move last?
Never. That crit may have mattered in the sense of if that was a roll that took the Arcanine down to half, it guaranteed the KO for sure, but as we saw, it did half, so it was probably in Amy's favor that she was getting the KO this turn.
Yeah, and a very good call there, not targeting the Whimsicott as it went for Protect. Also, now knowing that the Whimsicott has Protect, you can play differently in a potential Game 2 or Game 3 if the situation arises.
And no Intimidate came out from that Gyarados, so that is a Moxie Gyarados. Dragapult, however, has gotten to +2 speed, so it's returned the speed back into its favor. Gyarados at max speed always outspeeds Togekiss. So this is potentially, my guess, this would be a double up into Togekiss, maybe something like a Moonblast and an Airstream, trying to get the KO and get the Moxie boost for Gyarados.
Something like a Max Wormwind could kind of throw a wrench in that, though. Getting that pseudo Intimidate.
Yeah.
And we do see that's what Will Flossy has chosen to clip.
So if Dynamax is going to come out, I highly doubt that it's the Whimsicott. This is almost certainly going to be the Gyarados. Yeah, it's the Gyarados. Although I would love to see Max Whimsicott. Maybe White Tigers just really wants the Misty Terrain up.
Sometimes Max Whimsicott is the play. But then you have to think to yourself. You have to think to yourself, why was Max Whimsicott to play? And what is wrong with the situation at hand that Max Whimsicott was to play?
Where did this game go south that you had to max your Whimsicotts? Okay, so Helping Hand going into helping out the Gyarados, Wormwind also going into dropping the attack, meaning that Gyarados is basically doing the same amount of damage that was before. That actually does a decent amount to what would you presume would be a bulkier Dragapult.
Yeah, Helping Hand -1, I believe. Oh, it is Life Orb that I was going to say.
Life Orb, yeah.
Well, so I would assume based on that previous damage that Gyarados is in Dragon Dart's range at this point.
But it did just get an Airstream boost.
Yeah, but +2 Dragapult is faster than... Oh, but
Tailwind +1 Gyarados.
Oh, too much math.
Too many multipliers. -1 Tailwind +1 speed Gyarados versus +2 Dragapult.
Yeah, maybe something like a Follow Me and Dragon Darts here seems very safe.
Yeah.
Even potentially like Dazzling Gleam Protect. Also Dazzling Gleam Phantom Force, but the Gyarados probably will pick up a KO this turn.
Yeah, if it can. Yeah, gonna go for another Helping Hand, just trying to get those KOs to offset the Wormwind drop and start getting the Moxie boost. Airstream coming out. No Follow Me, so that's gonna go down the Dragapult, and Gyarados is gonna get its first Moxie boost, another speed boost. It basically just killed with a Dragon Dance. But depending on how much this Dazzling Gleam goes, it may just be too low to kind of swing the game back in Tiger's favor.
Yeah, because at this point it's almost like if it doesn't get the KO, Follow Me is not a KO yet. But It's very close to just taking one more attack from Follow Me and just getting KO'd.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Amy has like other options to like keep this Gyarados in check. Yeah, Intimidate's gonna come out, put this Gyarados. It's at -1 again now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I see in the chat that Santacos is saying he once got killed by a max weakness policy Amoongus. Who were you? Were you playing Ashton? Because that's the person I have seen beat up before.
Okay, so I mean, I still think Gyarados can probably get a kill this turn.
Yeah, it probably can KO the Togekiss with like a Helping Hand max move, or even a max move on its own.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much in the range of everything otherwise.
Okay, Whimsicott's gonna switch out for Rillaboom. Presumably, yeah, like you know that you're pretty safe from like an Air Slash going into that, or like an Air Slash not going into that spot. So that seems like a pretty fine switch to me. It's Grassy Seed Rillaboom, which is very interesting.
I wonder what that's for. I wonder if he survived like an Incineroar or Flare Blitz or something. Oh man, that.
Yeah, just barely missing the KO.
Wait, oh, is it at neutral? It's at neutral, right?
It's at -1.
Oh yeah, because it's Intimidate. Yep.
Yeah, it got Intimidated, it got Wormwind dropped, it's only got a 1 Moxie boost, and that Dazzling Gleam's just gonna clean it up. But even if that Dazzling Gleam didn't, it would have died to its own Life Orb pretty soon.
Yeah, and this Power Whip not gonna do that much to this +1 Rillaboom.
Yeah, +1. Oh Jesus, dude! I didn't even see the health bar move. I think it's recovered more from the grassy terrain than it took from the Power Whip.
Yeah, I would tend to agree on that. That did nothing. It's gonna be interesting here. If this Rillaboom has Protect, it kind of beat Gyarados 1v1.
Yeah, and that was actually a really smart switch on Tiger's part, so that avoiding this turning into like Rillaboom versus the world, so Rillaboom and Whimsicott versus everything else.
Oh, smart play here, getting another chance to cycle the Intimidate, potentially eating a Grassy Glide into the Cobalion. This is going to be very tough for a Rillaboom to beat a Steel type. It has been done before, but it is not looking very easy.
Oh, Fake Out, that's interesting.
Wait.
A Dazzling Gleam. Wait.
It's faster because of the Airstream boost.
Oh, because of the Airstream boost. Yeah, dang.
And yeah, that should seal up game 1 here.
Yeah, Rillaboom maybe could have 1v2'd Cobalion and Gyarados if the Togekiss went down that turn, but I don't see how it's getting through like all 3 of these with the health bar that it's at.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be possible. Just a simple Iron Head and Air Slash plus next turn.
Iron Head and even Dazzling Gleam, so you don't even have to worry about the misses.
Yeah. I don't think Iron Head KOs though. Even though it's Life Orb, I don't think it KOs from...
Cobalion's pretty weak. Oh, okay, we got it.
I apologize to both Cobalion and Wolf Flossie. Because
we doubted it.
Yeah, I was not thinking that was going to KO.
So, now what do you think the Game 2 adjustment's going to be from these players?
I think less passive lead turn 1 for Tigers is probably the better way to go about it. Something like Gothitelle Tyranitar, if it is Cassie Berry Gothitelle, would be very smart because you force the Follow Me, and then you can just get the Trick Room up for free.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably the better way to do it. If it's not Cassie Berry Gothitelle, it's a little bit more difficult, but I would say bring Tyranitar. And Tyranitar plus speed control seems very strong against everything but the Cobalion.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the only reason that Tigers was hesitant to bring it in the first place. Because it just automatically loses to the Cobalion.
Yeah, it does seem like Flossie's choosing to use the Gyarados this time. Which is... Wait, another thing I didn't even think of, but if potentially Flossie in Game 3 were to bring Indeedee plus Dragapult, you could Magic Room, Scarf Magic Room, so the Cassie Berry isn't eaten.
Oh, that would be cool. Something that I just realized is that I bet that Thievul gets beat up, so this could be setting up towards a beat up Cobalion game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it gets Howl, it gets Snarl.
Howl is a move.
It's not a very
Howl's
good.
a sick move.
Yeah, I wish it was better. But if it was +2, it was kind of broke. Yeah, there you go. Tyranitar Gothitelle.
Yeah, that's a solid adjustment based on the leads that happen. Gyarados and Indeedee. This Indeedee might have. We saw that it was Scarf, but it still might have Imprisoned Trick Room. I've seen Scarfed Indeedees with those before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the strongest technique, but it can still get you some stuff.
I think this is Magic Room Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, or Mystical Fire as one of the attacks.
Yeah.
But I believe it does have Magic Room.
Oh, no, it's gonna test and see if that is Shadow Tag. Yeah, it is Shadow Tag.
Shadow Tag. Well, this Indeedee is going to be going down this turn.
Goodbye, Indeedee. We will remember you. Yeah.
Oh, there is no Magic Room. It's just 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not even sure what the best attack to go for here is.
Yeah, Dazzling Gleam seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I think you just take that 25% chip on,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wait, actually never mind. This is... You're gonna get a lot of damage off and get the taunt off. And it's not really a bad position.
Yeah, that's not bad damage on a Gothitelle for a special attack. And it was definitely going for Trick Room. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was going for Expanding Force. I guess Tigers was either predicting like an Imprison or a Taunt or something like that.
Well, if you predicted Imprison, that is a very gutsy play to go for the move that Indeedee also has.
That is true.
But
right?
I think
I'm gonna
something
imprison and pray that you're psychic.
That'd be the one reason. Maybe this is an Imprisoned Gothitelle because it also has. But I think it would have gone for Imprison that turn.
Yeah. But if you're predicting an Imprison and you have Imprison.
Yeah. This is interesting because you don't really like the Gyarados has taken a lot of damage, so you don't really want to max it. But you kind of are just stuck in no man's land, like we were talking about before the set started. Oh.
Arcanine coming out, switching out to the Gothitelle, trying to get rid of that taunt. Tyranitar may just try to go for a Rock Slide. It could potentially get a double KO. Or it could just Dynamax and get something.
Oh man, I hope this is not a Max Rockfall into a bouncing Gyarados.
Ugh. Okay, so Tyranitar is gonna max. Could be Darkness into Indeedee, Rockfall into Gyarados, maybe even a Knuckle into Indeedee. Hyper Voice comes out.
That did a lot of damage to Arcanine.
Yeah, gets technical damage onto the Tyranitar. Gyarados bounces up, and yeah, it looks like it was a Rockfall into the Gyarados.
Oh, that's so sad. Do you think Bounce plus Hyper Voice KOs this Arcanine?
I don't think it does. But I think, oh well, now Flossie has the option to switch, but I'd say like maybe like a Flamethrower or a Flare Blitz into the Indeedee slot and a Rockfall into Gyarados gets you a lot of good damage on the board.
Although something like a Knuckle into the Thievul slot might have been a good call, just trying to get that attack back. But I would assume we just... Based on the Protect, we will probably see a Rockfall into this Gyarados.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bounce going onto the Arcanine. Probably scared of like the Paralysis chance. And Rockfall going into Gyarados getting the KO, which potentially gives Amy the like exact board position that she wanted.
Is it beat up time?
I think it's beat up time, Tiki. I think, yeah.
Beat up time. If it gets beat up, I don't know. I haven't seen.
I'm almost like 100% sure that it gets beat up. Anytime I see a Cavalion or Terrakion or Virizion, I check the entire team to see who gets beat up.
What's the funniest beat up user you've ever seen?
Charizard is pretty ridiculous. I've seen Thievul, Vanillux, obviously the Weavile and Sneasel. There was something else. I think Salazzle gets it.
Blazzle does get it. I think my
Yeah.
favorite one is people using Scarf Hydreigon.
Oh yeah.
Scarf Hydreigon or Scarf Charizard. Those are my two favorites that get beat up, I think.
Okay, so this is gonna be a max from the Cavalion, and if that is beat up Thievul, something's going down. So what do? Do you just try to get off whatever you can with either your two Pokemon on the board?
I think you have to hope that Arcanine is focus banned and survives this attack and gets the Wisp off.
Yeah, because either Tyranitar or or Arcanine's going down. You can't really stop that from happening.
Because the thing is, you can pretty much just ignore this Tyranitar right now. It's at -1. It's not going to be doing particularly that much damage. And if you start getting Steel Spike boost, you can ignore it even more.
I would be willing to say that even if this like Tyranitar crit a Max Knuckle onto the Cavalion, it would still be fine.
Oh, I would get... Oh, it's Airstream. Okay, I was going to say another Knuckle would just end the game pretty much. But Airstream kind of does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you crit a Max Knuckle, it's doing like 55%. Are you ready for this 35% Max Knuckle?
Let's see what happens. Yeah, there's a Knuckle into the Cavalion.
That did like 10%. I was wrong.
Cavalion, while having very lackluster offensive stats, really amazing defense stats.
Cherry's
You
asking...
really want to experiment with special Cavalion, right?
Yeah, but first of all, Cherry's asking, this is set 2. This is set 2 game 2. But yeah, I tried special Cavalion. My only issue with it is its best fighting move is
too
Focus
good.
Blast. Its best fighting move is Focus Blast. And I did not want to click Focus Blast.
Okay. So I think that from Amy's perspective, you always target the Gothitelle, and I think for that reason, you might want to go with try to go for a superpower crit this turn.
I wonder if there's an ally switch coming. Oh, wait, Gothitelle carrying Protect. Wow.
That's cool.
That's not... Oh, don't.
Oh, just a double protect.
Not as cool. It's still a very good play. It's a very good play, but it's not as cool.
I thought that was the read of the century. Steel Spike into Gothitelle.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Imagine clicking the second beat up there. That might have just killed.
Especially if it was a Knuckle into Tyranitar.
Yeah. Oh, and now... Well, I guess there's no special attacker, so it doesn't really matter. But it's probably just going to be a quick Steel Spike again into the Gothitelle, and then whatever the last Pokemon in the back probably isn't going to be able to deal with either of these Pokemon either.
I don't know anything about Thievul's stats. Do you think that that's in foul play range? Well, it uses your opponent's attack stat, but...
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, Gothitelle's gonna switch out for Rillaboom.
Is this Rillaboom surviving a +3 Life Orb Steel Spike? It has to defense. It has to defend the
so +3 Life Orb Steel Spike.
Yeah, it probably survives. It's probably like 80%.
Let's see. Yeah, foul play.
It probably gets KO'd to foul play the next turn. It did a lot.
Steel Spike into Rillaboom. Nope, it did not survive.
Crit. I refuse to believe it.
I think that just kills.
Dang it.
No, yeah, no crits. R.I.P. Rillaboom. Superpower into the Thievul, interestingly enough. That doesn't... Yeah, I'm really surprised that didn't KO.
It does have 2 defense boosts.
Oh, right. It has... I forget that Thievul also got the Steel Spikes boost. I think Thievul is such a cool design for a Pokemon. I wish it was way better. It's got the little villain mask. It's got little boots on. It's so cute.
I wish they gave it Tapu Koko stats.
And electric terrain.
No, electric. I wish it got like Dark Aura. Like Thievul.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
That would be. I think that's the way to do it. That's how you make Thievul good. It might not even be good with that.
I think the play right here is to fake out. No, it just goes for protect, but maybe like fake out superpower, try to get a crit, but at this point I just really don't see any comeback.
Even with like a superpower crit, I'm not sure it KOs.
I think that a superpower crit would have KO'd. That was a -1 into a +2 Cavalion.
Yeah, probably would have KO'd. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that its first super? No, it's -2. So yeah, I definitely would have KO'd.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is sadly going to break our streak of the series going to 3 games. We were at like 11 at this point.
Yeah.
It was a well-fought game. I think Cobalion was just a bad matchup for Tigers here.
And Tigers made the adjustment for game 2 based off the Dragapult, and it was a really good adjustment. I think so. Mm-hmm. Amy just kind of took it to the next level, and it looks like that what I'm so sorry, White Tigers. What White Tigers brought just didn't have a lot of Cobalion answers.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, every time I see, oh my gosh, it didn't get KO'd. Every time I see this superpower animation, it feels like it's going to the Thievul, but it's not.
It does. It's like weirdly angled slightly. Newton baby, is that what that said? Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. We are currently wrapping up game 2. This will be only 2 games. Wilk Fossey will be taking the victory here. But White Tigers played very well. It was just seemed a very poor matchup with this Cobalion and Dragapult.
Yeah.
And Wilk Fossey did just get the 50-50 right on which to bring each game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great playing for both players.
Yeah, no, both of them played very well. And it was a fun set to watch.
We got to see Thievul, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we're going to be very quickly cutting the break.
I wish Thievul was Dragapult. That'd be the best way to fix Thievul, just make it a Dragapult.
I wish it was Xerneas.
Xerneas. Yveltal.
And instead of Geomancy, it got Thievulmancy.
Thievulmancy.
+5 to every single stat.
I would love it if there was a Thievulmancy move. They just made this weird Pokemon that can do this completely broken thing that Xerneas can do.
It's like Clangorous Soul, the Komodo move that's an Omni Boost, except instead of +1, it's +5.
Yes.
Would it even be good with that? It has to be good with that, right?
It has to. +5? Yeah, it would have to be good.
Everybody would just start running Unaware Clefable and beat it. Just click move class to win.
The potential that this metagame could have been at.
Oh, but it also has Mold Breaker, so it breaks through Unaware. That's the other thing.
Yes. Thievulmancy Mold Breaker. Yes, beautiful. We should design Pokemon, Chase.
We really should. Oh, we are going to be right back. We are getting the stream set up for our 3rd game here. Cool. I just heard that our 3rd game is a ATX VGC original with Sir Wilson versus Nibs. 2 of the original members of this little group that came together. And now we're all here to watch them battle it out.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. And be sure to subscribe for more content.